Hello and welcome to an extremely special edition of the Crowing Cockerel Podcast, and this is Tom's mega teaser. In my absence, Graham was guesting on Ian's podcast, I believe, and rounded up a bunch of reprobates who decided they would like to take part in Tom's teaser. So we have them here. Ian, introduce yourself and what pod you're from.
Hey, I'm Ian from Podden and Potspur, and I'm terrified of this Tom's teaser and my 100% record on the pod itself.
Of course, you were our first guest last year, weren't you? And you actually beat Mark and Graham, which I thought was hilarious. Okay, Stu.
Yeah, I'm Stu, the host of the Cats podcast and also an intermittent guest on Yaps. You'll find more about that later.
Brilliant, thank you. Graham.
Hi, Graham Spice. I'm co-host on Tottenham Home and Away. And I've never been on before and haven't seen the previous Tom's teaser, so I'm terrified.
I thought you were going to say quivering with anticipation, but terrified.
And that, of course.
Owen.
Hi, I'm Owen. I'm from yet another podcast about Spurs, Yaps, the Yaps Stu referred to earlier. I promise there won't be any inter-podcast collusion between the two of us, because I want to beat Stu more than anyone else here. I've been a long-time fan of Tom's teaser, so I'm thrilled to be here tonight.
Fantastic. Any sort of fighting talk or mind games you want to start playing early doors, it's fine by me. And our last, and sadly our losing returnee from last year's Tom's teaser, Graham.
Yep, a regular Tom's teaser loser. It's always been rigged against me, and I expect nothing different this evening. But yeah, I'm here for the crack and the entertainment. And to make a fool of myself, so that's all good.
Excellent. Well, thank you, gents. I will say that we had another podcaster who's going to join us. Sadly, he's had to pull out last minute. That plays into sort of my thinking for this Tom's teaser, and you'll see why as we go through. But I'll just give you a roundabout view of what we're going to do. We're going to have sort of three main rounds. There's a couple of sort of mini rounds as we go through those questions. But essentially, get your questions right, score the points, come out on top.
Tom's mega teaser.
So, the idea was that this was going to be 6 is the magic number, because we had 6 of you lovely podcasters here today. However, we have had that one drop out. It's fine. I can tweak it. What we're going to do is start with our first round. Now, when I was trying to think about this, I was trying to think, well, maybe I could make the first round about sort of last season. But when I stopped crying and got out of the fetal position, I thought maybe we can focus on something a bit more joyful. And I don't know about you guys, but the one thing that gave me joy last year was Kinski and that wonderful redemption arc and, you know, that last 94th minute save against Everton. And it got me thinking about him being our number one next season. Definitely looks like it's going to be the case. Is he going to be one of those rare breeds where we actually get a full Premier League season, first game to last, with a number one keeper? So your first question is this, and I'm going to come to you each in turn. I want you to name the 6 Premier League goalkeepers that have had a full Premier League season, all appearances. Now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove one of those because we're missing our mystery podder, so it's 5 in total. So I'm going to tell you one of them. One of them was Vicario. And I'm going to come to, who am I going to come to first? Owen, can you name another Tottenham Hotspur Premier League keeper that's had a full, complete season? First game to last.
Neil Sullivan.
Neil Sullivan is incorrect. Okay, Ian, you're next on my list. Who are you going for?
Ian Walker.
Ian Walker. It's a home banker. It's a home banker. Ian gets the first point in that round. Oh, by the way, we will keep on going round until we get them all. Graham, not our Graham.
Hugo Lloris.
I mean, yeah.
Probably more than one season, I would have said.
Absolutely right. 2021, 2021, and then 21-22. Okay, we'll go to Stuart next.
Aurelio Gomez.
Yeah. It's, No. He's not on the list. I even surprised myself there.
I feel better now.
Okay. Crowing Cockerel, Graham. Who are you going for?
Right. So, Paul Ribbon.
Paul Robinson is correct. He was a double season one as well. He was 05, 06, 06, 07. Okay, round we go. Owen.
Pressure's on. Eric Torstvedt.
Is incorrect. Sorry, we move on again. Ian, can you get a 2-pointer in this round?
Casey Keller.
He's done it. He's done it. Yeah, Casey Keller, another 2-seasoner, 02, 03, 03, 04. Now, I will be amazed if anyone gets his last one, but we will go round and at least another couple of times to see if we can. We come to you, Graham.
Brad Friedel.
Oh my God, he's got it straight away. And he got it when he was 40 years old and in the 2011-2012 season. So in that round, we've got Ian getting 2 points, Graham getting 2 points, and our very own Graham with a point. Sorry, Owen, sorry, Stu. No points that round.
Don't worry, I always peak too early.
Okay, so we are on to round 2. Now, obviously, 6 was the magic number, and we've had 6 new signings so far this season. I'm going to remove one of those, so straight away, Senesi is out the bag. But I've allocated you all one of our new players, and I'm just going to ask you a very basic question about them. So let's see how many points we get here. Ian, I'm going to start with you, and we're going to start with Dubravka. He's going to be your player.
Great. Cool.
What did you do?
Yeah, I love it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. These are quite simple questions, but let's see if you can pick up on this. I want Dubravka's nationality.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think he's no.
I'm going to have to really guess here. Is he Slovenian?
I mean, he is so close. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if that's something you can actually say, but he's Slovakian.
Ah, shit.
I wanted to buzz in. I wanted to be, no.
I knew it was a Slav.
Okay, Graham, we're going to come to you next. You have got Fernandez. Fernandez, nationality, please.
Oh, come on.
Portuguese.
He's Portuguese. Okay, Graham, just because I felt sorry for you, you got Robertson. Can I have Robertson's
mother's maiden
nationality,
name,
please?
Thank you kindly. He is Scottish.
He is Scottish. I mean, this is why it was random. Do you think I liked giving Robertson to Graham? Owen, you get Tonali. Tonali's nationality, please.
He's Italian.
He totally is. And Stuart, you get Van Hecker. His nationality, please.
He hails from the Netherlands, so that would make him Dutch.
Correct on both points, but only 1 point. Okay, a little bit more random here. And we're back to Dubravka.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to ask me now? His height? His weight?
Close. His age.
Cool.
How old is Dubravka?
Is he 37?
Let's see, what are you worried about? There you go.
Yeah.
Back to point.
Why do I know that?
Right, Graham, we come to you again. Fernandez, how old is he?
Is he 22?
Bosh. Double points. Full banking so far. Graham, Robertson.
Is he 32?
Again, full points there. Nicely done. Tonali, Owen, what do we reckon?
I knew all the other players' ages with some degree of certainty, apart from Tonali. I think he's in his mid-20s, so I'm going to go for 26.
That's a great shout, and you get a point. Well done. And Van Hecker, Stu, what are we going for?
I've got an idea. It's going to be 24 or 25, so I'm going 25.
It's a great idea. It's wrong.
Ah, there we go.
It was 26. You were
Sounds
close.
wrong either way.
Okay, and lastly, we're coming back to Ian with Dubravka, and I want his brand new shiny Tottenham Hotspur shirt number.
I'm leaving you dead air here. I'm going to go with 14.
Sorry, no, it is 39. What do we think for Fernandez, Graham?
16?
You're a bit closer. It was 18. Graham, for Robertson, what are you going with?
I saw an interview with him because he's got a different number, isn't he? And it means loads to him, apparently. It's the same number, I believe, that he has for Scotland sometimes. I think it's 14, but...
Okay. Well, you think wrong. It's 26. He chose not to wear the 3
Oh,
because of a certain other person who used to wear the number 3. So, bit of respect there. Okay, we're going to go to Owen now for Tonali's new shirt number.
There's like my mind is telling me what it should be, but I know it's not that because someone else has that number. And I'm not going to say who in case it comes up as a question later on. So I think it's going to be in the teens. I'll go for 16.
What a shout. Absolutely spanked that round, Owen. Well done. That's full 3 points
That
there.
was honestly a total guess. Complete guess.
And what do you reckon, Stu, for Van Hecker?
6.
Bang on. Pulled that straight out of the air. Fantastic. So, in that round, and Ian, I do feel a little for you for getting Dubravka, but you get the 1 point there.
I'm just a
Graham.
plastic Tom.
Graham, you get 2. Other Graham, you get 2. Owen with a full house of 3 points. And Van Hecker, who was Stu's new signing, 2 points for you there, Stu. So, solid round there for most. Sorry, Ian. Okay, so you guys are absolutely smashing this, and we're already at our final round. Well, basically, because we're all podcasters here, and especially because Ian's here, and, we love a little bit of naser-gazing and sort of meta-related questioning, we had to have a question about our very own Spurs podcasts. So, what I want you to do is to tell me, what was your longest pod of the 25-26 season? Now, this had to be on Spotify, and it had to be between the first and the last game of the season. Now, I will say that our mystery guest smashed us all out of the park by about an hour and a half. However, I was still quite surprised by some of the lengths here. I will say this, there's some decent points to get here. If you get within 5 minutes of your guess, you get 1 point. If you get within 3 minutes of your guess, you get 2 points. If you get within 1 minute of your guess, you get 3 points. So, I'm going to start with Ian again. What do you think was your longest pod of the 25-26 season?
I think it was over an hour, and I think it was one of my interviews. Not sure who with, but I'm going to say 120 minutes. Sorry, an hour and 20 minutes. Sorry.
An hour and 20 minutes. An hour and 20 minutes is a fantastic guess. You're 3 minutes away, which means you get 2 points. I can tell you it was on the 11th of March, and it was called Wheeler Dealer Retrospective. I will say this. I was going to have a whole round on the best puns yeah. But unfortunately, Graham calls his pods episode, 17. So the pun idea went straight out the window. And on that point, Graham, we come to you next. Your longest pod.
Well, we definitely had one over an hour. I'd say hour and 10.
An hour and 10. Gets you no points because it was an hour and 16.
Oh,
it was the hilariously entitled episode 84 on the 17th.
Not very creative.
on the 17th of February. So sadly no points there. Okay, we come to Owen. What do you reckon your longest running pod was last year?
This is going to be a tricky one because I just host and record the episodes, whereas Stu does all the editing. So he is more likely to know the answer to my own question on this.
So how sweet would it be if you get a better answer than him?
It would be good. We've done some pretty long ones. I'm disappointed you're not going for most puns because I think we'd win that hands down. I think it was. I'm going to go 1 hour 40 minutes.
1 hour 40 minutes gets you the full 3 points. Wow. It was bang on 1 hour 40 minutes. The episode was Big Balkan Boy, and it was on the 20th of September. Absolutely smashed it. Well done. Right, Stu, you're up next. Your longest running pod of 25-26.
So I remember we did a transfer episode 1, which went on quite long. We've had a few match ones which no alcohol was involved, but they did tend to ramble. But I think our longest was 1 hour 17, something like that.
1 hour 17. Mind these all had to be on Spotify and had to be between those two dates. This was on the 20th of April, and it was 1 hour 33 minutes. And it was entitled Spurs Chaos, which out of all of these...
Could have been any week, that one.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair enough. But sadly, Stu, no
Nil
points.
points.
Okay. And Graham, because I know for a fact you will have no idea.
Yeah. All I know is, we obviously have a discussion when we're recording it, and we want to try and keep them under an hour. And we do edit ours as well. So, I should really probably have a better angle on this than anybody else. So I think probably the longest is, I'm going to go 52 minutes.
52 minutes. Okay, I can tell you now that gets you 0 points. But you're not far off. You're not far off, because our longest pod last year was the last one of the year. It was Spurs Survive, which I'm disappointed it wasn't a pun one. Graham came up with a great one when we signed Tudor, which was Don't Mock Tudor, which was one of my fave puns of the year.
But it aged like milk.
Exactly. Yeah, well, we never claim to be experts. And Graham has expertly avoided getting any points there. 46 minutes that ran for.
Is it?
Yeah. So
tight editing, you see. Mark does a great job.
He does a great job.
Take out all the ums and the ahs, and yeah.
Exactly. So, just showing how desperately unprofessional we are, that we can't fill the additional 45 minutes that everybody else seems to manage. So there we go. That is the final round.
Tom's Mega Teaser.
What about the points?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Ian, because we now have the results. And in reverse order, of course, coming in with sadly only 2 points. Sorry, Stu. It was tight there, but just missed out on a couple of bits there. Next, with 3 points, just happy not to be last, is our very own Graham from the Crowing Cockerel Podcast. Well done. With 4 points, we have Graham from Home and Away. Solid performance. I like the way you guys have actually just got incremental points to make this even more interesting. With 5 points, we have Ian from Tottenham Hotspur. But out on front, as we all kind of expected he might be, on 6 points. Well done, Owen, from yet another podcast about Spurs. Congratulations. You are this winner of the inaugural Mega Tom's Teaser.
Thank you so much. I'd just like to thank everyone that made this possible. Igor Tudor, we'll never forget you.
Yeah.
You were a terrible football manager, but a rich vein of punning goodness.
Well, thank you, chaps. It's that was a lot of fun.
Just before we finish, I think it's worth having just one more question while we've got a board of experts available to us, and we can come back in 40 odd weeks' time and see who wins this. But can we have Tottenham's final league position prediction, please, from each of you? And I'm stepping away from this, so Tom, you can represent the Crowing Cockerel Podcast.
Okay. Well, and anybody that sort of knows me as a Tottenham fan knows that I've been saying this for the past 2 decades, because I am the pessimist of pessimists. But I have always said top 10 and a cup. If we could be top 10 in the cup, then that'd be great. I will go one step further. I'll say we'll finish 7th.
Okay. Graham?
Yeah. So much still to happen for the start of the season, but I'll say 6th, and maybe a good run in one of the cups.
Owen?
Going to win the league, lads. Why not?
It's gone to his
Why
head.
not?
It's absolutely
Why
gone to his
not?
head.
Exactly. I finish first. Spurs can finish first.
Got that
We
winning
can do
mentality
it.
now.
We can have next couple of weeks in the transfer window. We'll get some forwards in, and we can win the league.
Yep. No,
Awesome.
thank you, Owen, because I was really hoping somebody would hang their hat on first place. So that's great. Ian,
Well,
I can
Owen
tell by your
stole my
face
choice. So
that you. You're
I'll pick something different for the sake of your content on this podcast. Actually, assuming that we make a forward signing of some sort, I think we'll make fourth.
And finally, Stu.
Well, I'm going to split Ian and Owen. I think we're going to make 3 signings for our forward line, and I think we're going to end up third.
Ooh.
Okay, so generally positive. None of us are saying we're going to be still beating around bottom 10 of the table. So huge improvement on last season, no matter what.
I'm changing my choice. 17th. Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll go with the hat trick.
Ask in a month's time when everyone's injured.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ask
So
us what
we'll-
we'd be happy with, and I think a round of 16th would be in order.
But this is classic Spurs, because obviously they give us that bit of hope where we get 6 players in through the door in a blink of an eye, and then we're just going, and because I don't know about you guys, I felt like the where we were weakest wasn't at the back and wasn't in midfield. It was somewhere at the top. So I really hope something happens in the next couple of weeks. Otherwise, that might not be the worst shout, Ian.
Yeah,
I think the injuries are definitely going to really. We're struggling, even with the players we have got. We've got a lot of people who are going to be in treatment probably at least until the beginning of next year. So it's a worry.
The difficulty building the squad, because we've got all these players coming back, but you've also got to find space for them, haven't you?
Look at us. We had such good energy.
Yeah.
They're all
And
gonna
look,
come
all
back.
right,
It's
we'll
going to
cut
be
this. This is a
fine.
general chat.
If they all come back, we've got 7 or 8 forwards. What are you talking about? It's fine. We're all right.
None of them can score a goal though.
No. That's why we need to sign someone in the next couple of weeks who just can kick the ball in the
benefit we've
goal.
got is that at least we don't have any awkward European football to get in the way. We can focus on domestic competitions.
None
My
of that
controversial
cultured
take
rubbish.
is if we get Kudus back and we sign another more creative left winger, I think we'll be okay with Richie up front.
Maybe.
You're not going down the route of the Tell breakout season left winger then. Yeah.
I hope so. I think put him in rotation minutes game for game.
Yeah.
One prediction I feel fairly confident to stand by is the Premier League is going to be weird next season because so many different teams have got
A lot of
completely
changes.
different squads, completely
Yeah.
different managers. I think it
Yeah.
will be a weird season.
Unfortunately, I think the only team that hasn't had significant change is Arsenal, and they've bought well as well.
It really has come down. I mean,
And on that note, we're all looking forward to next season.
Quick, do another teaser.
The rule haven't the rules changed? They're not going to score as many offset pieces, and they're not that great elsewhere. So yeah. I'm even though that Thom has given the official Crowing Cockerel prediction, I'm relatively confident, even if we can just keep Solanke and Richarlison fit.
Oh, big ask.
It's it's probably a leap as it is. I think
He's
top
already
6.
injured.
Yeah, well,
Him and Maddison.
top 6 is an expectation. I think.
Underdog.
And a doggy, yeah. I think we'll be at least 5 places better off simply because we've got a manager that's willing to play attacking football.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that
Ooh,
just takes
12th.
us 5. Yeah.
And
What a
probably another
treat.
6 points just in a change of keeper as well.
yeah.
Poor
Yeah,
Vicario.
and that's sort of where the thoughts of the teaser started, because the idea of thinking about last year was horrific. But I am absolutely delighted that De Zerbi seems to be sort of throwing his weight behind Kinski. I think it's an absolutely top shout, and also I'm not entirely sure how easy it is to go out and get another world class keeper without without breaking another 100 million. So I think he's absolutely
The
earned his
market's
stripes.
tiny, isn't it? I mean, to be honest, if you look at the goalkeepers that are being moved around, who is there really? I wouldn't.
I'll say I'm still
We've got a
nervous
good-
about Kinski. I think we've done a great job
Yeah.
protecting him at the back end of last season and even in preseason. But when we're getting shelled, that's when I'm gonna really, really make a decision on him moving forward.
Well, Ian, your mate Dubravka can come in and do
Oh,
your business,
yeah.
right? You know,
Yeah, good old that Slovenian
Number
guy.
39.
Slovenian guy.
That would be really annoying if we'd bought the Slovenian Dubravka and actually, he's not that good.
Oh, number 39.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean, Ian. I think I saw enough at the back end of last season in really high pressure games where he pulled off some ridiculously good saves, and that was the one thing that Vicario was always great at. He was always a fantastic shot stopper. He just couldn't sort of move the ball quickly enough or intelligently enough for us to make anything of it. But Kinski seems to have that already in his locker. Yeah, how will it be sort of when we're absolutely getting pounded? I don't know, but I do have genuine faith. I think he's got a real chance to sort of put his marker down and be one of those keepers that we have for the long haul.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we conceded from a set piece in the last 6 games of the season. Is that right? Don't remember us conceding from a set piece.
We
think
certainly
all the
conceded
goals-
from a set piece in Kinski's last 6 games. So,
Sorry, Stu.
well, Kinski's last 6 games would have included the Newcastle game, wouldn't it? Or did he get the last 6 games of the season? I forgot.
No, I don't think he was. I think he came in after that, didn't he?
Yeah,
I might be wrong,
We were better. We
yeah,
were better
certainly
at
under
giving him
Zerbi.
some defence,
Yeah.
some support, and stopping the
Yeah.
ball getting to him. But my concern with Kinski has always been, I don't think he's very good at judging the flight of a ball. Shots from
Right,
distance and crosses are areas he really seems to struggle on, and
Right.
that's always going to be a bit of a worry until he starts showing that. I will be holding my breath a little bit, but I think he's a very, very good reflex keeper.
He's still very young, isn't he, as well?
He's still very young.
Yeah,
His
can learn that.
distribution is significantly better than Vicario.
Yeah.
And
I
that's-
could do without him doing Cruyff turns in the shots.
I mean, the fact, the mental strength of still doing that after what happened in Madrid is quite something, I think.
He can learn a lot of those goalkeeping practices, right? He can learn how to judge the flight of a ball better. He can learn how to deal with set pieces, those kind of things. It's really hard to learn like natural ball playing ability. So I think we're kind of starting from a better spot with Kinski than we would be a lot of goalkeepers that we could
And
potentially.
I'll remind you all that Owen won the quiz, so his word is God on this.
So we are going to win the league.
We are going to win the league.
and maybe we should be getting Kinski to show our front line how to do Cruyff turns and pass the ball forward, because maybe that's where we need him.
Or at least Danso.
Oh no, hang on! I won't hear a bad word against Big Kev. He's a
Owen
wonderful
wants him
lump.
sold, so
That's taken out of
Not
context.
Derby player,
That's
though, is it?
Take off 2
objection.
points. Take
Take
away
it out
2
of
points.
context.
I'd suggest he's still going to be playing cover, but I think he's still a decent squad player. And I think it's interesting what was said earlier about the league being very strange, because I do think if they pull something out of a bag up front, Owen's prediction isn't necessarily that far off, because you don't know how big the Pep influence was at Man City, and what happens if that starts going a little bit awry. Areola's come in from a club with much lower expectations into Liverpool, who, by their standards struggled last season, and they've lost, another couple of big players. Man United have signed a few players, and Chelsea have spent money again, but they can be a bit of a basket case club, and they spent money last season and finished 10th, something like that. So you just get that one hit the ground running, put the ball in the net, whoever that may be, whether it's a number 9 or a left winger. Start well, get a bit of momentum. Who knows?
I will say that having seen all the pre-season games, if you have a heart condition, you are not going to enjoy watching us play up from the back this season. It's really, they do it a lot, and I caught my breath a few times. And this is just pre-season games, so God help us when we get into the real meat of the season.
I'm going to need to wear my CPAP machine the entire game just to make everything.
You've seen Kinski race out towards the halfway line in a few friendlies has given me the fear.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun one.
Is it because we're so used to,
yeah,
not being able to deal with that at all?
I definitely think so.
Whether it's going to be.
It is fun though when they get it right and you see that ball move up the field and through midfield with one-touch passing. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's the way it should be done, and I think you need a coach like De Zerbi to say you can do this. You're allowed to do this, guys. You're allowed to find the pass. You're allowed to take the risks, and you're allowed to, hold on to the ball a little bit longer to draw them in and move around them. And I've got a lot of faith in De Zerbi, so that when we're making those mistakes, he's the type of coach that will know how to either fix them or bring on the right player to cover them, or to change it tactically. I think we've got a different level of coach now, which will hopefully make those heart attack moments easier to bear.
And at least all the players that we have bought are quite good at playing forward pass.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, the bits of the friendlies that I have managed to catch, Tonali looks a proper midfield general type, and Fernandez seems to be able to spot a pass and pick a pass significantly better than the midfield was able to do last season. So
I think Van Hecke did it quite well yesterday as well.
So has anybody got anybody in mind for that? Ian, you were saying we could do okay still with Solanke and Richarlison, but has anybody got anybody in mind for that sort of that striker up front? Because I heard some stupid rumours about Ferran Torres. I don't think there's a chance we get him.
No, he's going to PSG.
Right, exactly. So is there anybody else out there who you think we could get and would do a job?
Yeah.
Owen, you're going to explode.
Yeah.
Owen's going to say a young Harry Kane.
A young Harry Kane. Yeah. No, just go get Victor Osimhen.
Yeah.
Right.
I know it's going to cost a fortune because he's on massive wages, but you got to ask him the question, right? Do you want football in glory, or do you want to sit out there playing in Turkey and getting paid an absolute fortune? If the answer's no thanks, I'll take the money, then okay, we probably don't want him, but we've got to ask.
But they aren't paying him, Owen. They haven't paid him for 2 months.
Are they not? Okay,
Yeah.
well, there you go then.
I read that they haven't been paying his wages. They haven't been able to.
Well, let's go get him. He's perfect. He will score 20 goals a season, and that'll be the difference between finishing 7th or 8th and in top 4.
Yeah, him or go get Marmoush.
Galatasaray have signed his replacement today. So,
what's his injury record like?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Well, what was Solanke's?
Well, no, there has been questions about Osimhen, but he had the facial injury that I think kept him out for a while. You often saw him wearing the mask when he was playing, but I don't think he's got many significant kind of like muscle and bone injuries in his lower quadrants. So until he signs for us, I think we should be all right on that front.
I'd love the idea of him and Jed Spence comparing facial protective gear. They could share chin straps and face masks, and that might be nice. I had heard that one of the stumbling blocks is the fact that they just do not get, or rather, the way that his salary is framed is that he is not taxed to high heaven over in Turkey, and that would change if he came over here. So, but I mean, the question still stands. It's a question of, is it just the money? Because if it is, then fair enough, stay where you are.
But the actual transfer fee wouldn't be that big, I don't think. We could pay more.
I think it's well within what they're suggesting would be paid out for Savinho or Gakpo or any of the
I'd be quite happy to sell a couple of players to pay the salary.
Yeah, they're talking 60 to 70 million, which I think is
you don't get much
for a number 9 in this market.
Well, front load it like City did with Haaland. If you're saving on transfer fees and you don't want to pay the weekly wages to mess with the wage structure. Just give him a huge signing on fee.
What we should do is go for image rights, because that's never bitten us in the arse before.
I don't want image rights for some guy wearing a mask.
Did you say Omar Mamouche as well, Ian?
I did. I like Mamouche, and I don't think he's getting enough minutes at City for my liking. I'm a little worried for him, and I think we should rescue him.
He's a huge fan.
Yeah, I think we should rescue him. I think,
but we can't even get Savinho out. And he's been. That's my only worry. City don't seem to be in a hurry to sell anyone.
They need to buy,
and I mean, part of that could be they want to drag out, so they're happy to accept the money, but if they can drag it out to the last day of the season so it inconveniences us the most, then I can see that being, a reasonable play on their part. It's just the fact that unless we've had that guarantee, I don't want to get to the last day of the season and then for that not to go through. Yeah. Because from the very end of the season, the one thing we needed is those reinforcements up front. The only thing I can think of is that they've at least had that guarantee that sort of Savinho will be done. It just might be sort of, a minute to midnight.
We need to get players in before the season starts. We really do.
As me and Stu were asked on the midweek CADS call-in, but is Savinho any good?
Yeah, I do think that the fact that he's been linked for so long and has been twerking at the club for a year, it's almost a case of, is anybody really questioning whether he's actually the signing that's necessary? And I'm not going to pretend that I watch him enough or have the analytics around him to know whether he's, the perfect signing. Is he better than what we've got available? Possibly.
But isn't that part of the problem? Because we don't have what we've got available.
Yeah,
we keep having players that, snap in a strong wind and who are going to be on sort of a long-term injury. We're not going to expect Odegaard, I think, to play this side of Christmas. Kudus is running around now, but he's not back. Same with Kulusevski. Has Maddison picked up another hip injury?
So
it's almost like we still need the cover, especially if we're going to let Mikey Moore go, especially if Donnelly might go out on loan as well. I still feel like there is space in our squad for players to get on the pitch.
I'm more worried about the 10 than I am about the wingers, to be honest.
Yeah,
because without a proper 10, whenever we played last season, we looked completely incapable of breaking teams down. And I worry that if Maddison out at the beginning of the season and Xabi's out until probably the new year as well, we don't have that again. And I still think that's a bigger miss than the wide players.
Yeah, I think it depends on what wide players you bring in. If you bring in a wide player who's going to link up and create, I think you can offset some of it of Gallagher, and you can maybe play to his strengths, but it will cap us. It will put a ceiling on what we can do. Yeah. I agree there. Ideally, we would get both. But if you just get, goal scoring, wingers who aren't going to create as well, I worry. I would agree with you. I did notice that Savinho in his first season for City was third for them in terms of goals and assists.
Yeah.
So
coming off a good season at Girona, where he's third in the league, I think, for goals and assists.
Right. Do we talk about Rashford?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys. It's been great to see you.
It's Betteridge's law of headlines. If something ends with a question mark, it's no.
I like him. I'd be happy with him coming in, but for me, it'd be coming in as the 9 more than a left winger.
No, he'd be left winger. He ticks that Premier League box.
Premier League English
experience
as well.
Yeah,
we're struggling a bit for a squad composition, aren't we, for English?
I think this is where the massive problems are coming, because you can only have so many players apart from the youngsters, and we've messed up our academy for a number of years, haven't we? So we've got a few coming through now, but nobody that you would probably want to rely on from the beginning.
Well,
we're all thinking it.
He's obviously incredibly talented, but would you throw him into the Premier League straight away and want to start the season on that risk?
No way.
I don't know. My personal opinion is I think that a loan to Germany is a great bit of development for Mikey Moore. I don't think he's ready yet either. So I think he's another season away. Get him into a one step down after being successful in Scotland. And, I'm sorry to anybody that thinks differently, but to me, that's League One. But he played at a big club with a lot of pressure on him. Get him into Germany, and it's you're getting to the point where you're going to find out whether he's going to make a real impact or not, I think. Then, after that, Williams, Barnett, Donnelly has sort of got around in pre-season as well, hasn't he? And has looked useful in pre-season. But we have this every year, don't we? We've got get a few from the academy playing pre-season, looking great, and then they don't get anywhere near the first two. Even in classes.
I think with Tonali, I think you can probably expect that. I'm a massive fan of Archie Gray. I think he's fantastic. I think actually he will probably start the first game of the season, because I don't think we can probably rely on Spence or Porro
he'll be right back
at an early stage. He will be right back. But
will he be captain?
Yeah.
Probably not, but I think what I think will happen with him, as soon as the main players are back, just at the back of the last season, De Zerbi will bench him, and I think De Zerbi will want the experience, and he will start with those players. Someone's going to have to do something spectacular, I think, to move senior players out of the way. I also think that we probably need to start clearing some people out now as well. We've got players who haven't really been a part of pre-season. We were saying last pre-season, Pap Sarr was absolutely ripping up in pre-season, but he really didn't have a look in last year. And kind of like we did with Brennan Johnson, there does come a moment where it's time to sell a player. I do wonder with Pap Sarr, with someone like Bentancur, who I think is maybe third choice now behind Tonali, Fernandez, and Gallagher. Is he going to be happy just to sit around? I don't want us to sort of just rip the squad apart, but if there's good deals to be done and that helps other deals get over the line, this is the time to do it.
Yeah. So on good deals to be done to get other deals over the line, if Arsenal offer £70 million for Romero, do you reckon they'll do it?
No, they can't.
I don't think they will, but I mean, 70 million.
I honestly think that is just rage bait, because I haven't seen it anywhere else. And
it is. There's nothing in it, but it would be hilarious. It would be hilarious to have all the Arsenal fans have to admit that Christian Romero is actually good. Right after they've been saying, "Oh, he's rubbish, he's a liability for the last 5 years or so."
Just as long as he repeats the season he's just had.
Yeah, sure. But
the problem is even if they do sign him, he's not going to start when the current two centre backs.
Yeah,
nice.
Saliba's injured, isn't he? So they do need. Yeah, he got a back injury in the World Cup, didn't he? So they do actually need a centre back. But I'd be amazed if he doesn't end up at Atletico. I think that's where.
Even if he stays in the Premier League, I think he goes Man U.
Man U?
Yeah, Man U need a defender, and they love an Argentine there. So,
yeah.
I mean that whole flirting thing that we've been doing with Savinho. That's how long the Romero Atletico thing's been going on as well. Yeah. To be fair, but I could see him at Man U.
Well, they'd have Romero Martinez, wouldn't they?
There you go. Yeah.
I think I want to see him outside the league. I never like seeing our best players sold inside the league, just because I hate seeing them do it against us.
Yeah.
And let's save it for the season after next, when we play Atletico in the semi-finals or the final of the Champions League.
That's right. And for whatever his faults are, I just cannot see him being that oblivious to the optics, even if he doesn't particularly like the leadership at the club. Well, I think so. He's obviously had issues with the board and things like that in the past, has he? But I'm not sure whether he'd throw the club under the bus like that, to be honest. But we'll see. I guess we'll find out.
Could you imagine, though, if for whatever reason he didn't leave and we didn't sell any of the other defenders, and we went into the season with Spence and Porro at right back, Romero and Van Hecker, right centre-back, Van der Ven and Senesi as the left centre-back, and Udogie and Robertson at left-back. Tell me we're not going to win the league with that. It's the best defensive unit the Premier League has ever seen.
when we switch to a back three.
Then that's a whole pod episode about who your best centre-back pairing is, isn't it? Because
I know, right?
it's what
a problem to have.
Play Romero.
Think of the content. Think of the content, boys.
And on that note, I'm glad we've sort of brought it round to something slightly more witty and less doom mongering than the stage we were at briefly. Chaps, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sundays and have a fantastic season, all of you. I hope we can chat again as we go marching on.
Anytime. Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Thanks for organising it. Enjoyed it.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. See you all then.
Bye. Bye.